beautiful sweet baby. So today we're going to be talking about Stunna Girl once again going after her estranged dookie booty husband. And then we're going to be talking about him coming at her this time about her crunchy draws. So just in case you guys are a little unaware of how this all started, it pretty much started with Stunna Girl actually being pow-powed in her armpit. She pretty much took to social media and stated, "It hit above my breast and went out," I believe she meant to say her armpit. From there, I'm guessing a lot of people started saying, like, where was your husband or your boyfriend during this whole time? Because they were just confused as to how something like this ended up happening. And, she has a boyfriend. So then that's when Stunna Girl went to her Insta story again and said, "Don't attach my name to no N-word. I been had a few N-words." She then even took it a bit further and said, "Take the P off your face. You're not from Bompton. You got put on in prison at the age of 23, gang. And tell the world how you ran when I got popped and called my little brother crying, asking him to come help your blade. I been cheated you 2 years ago." Then she said, "You got ran out of Oakland, cracking the F up, and went to LA and trying to be a Pyru," which, girl. Then she said, "You was finna get the P whacked off your face, cause N-word ain't F with you. Till we got the network, you got a S bag." So she said, "You got a S bag on and ain't did S about it. Stop bapping." This has nothing to do with the story, but people that are, affiliated with these reds and blues, they really have got to stop creating words and just putting letters in front that don't even belong there, because we really don't even know what you be talking about half of the time. Okay, guys, so he was pretty much quiet for a very long time before he finally started popping out and saying what he had to say. So, Stunna Girl's, estranged husband, boyfriend, whomever this guy is to her, his name is Rich Moolah, and he went to his socials and said this. So he took to his social media and said this: "Be for real, you was doing my winky. My husband this, my husband that. Begging for D, B-word. I barely wanted to F you, cause that S really stank. Tell him how you can't have kids. You got so many." Oh my goodness. He was pretty much trying to say she had so much things going on with her cooter cat. That MF was unalived. Ooh. B-word, all them weak A tattoos is cover. Y'all, it just started to get extremely chaotic because he started taking pictures of her draws. So he said, "Poop emojis, draws, I don't cap. I spit real facts." Then this is the part that just threw me for a loop. He says, "Wait, yeah, talk about them things going on down there. Why you can't have kids. I've been wrapping my shrimp up." So he said he been wrapping his shrimp up. He ain't want a slime time. Then he acts Rolly and says, "Remember these, sis?" And I'm assuming that it just got so vile to the point where they couldn't even really show the draws to just show you what kind of crust was in these undies. And then he decides to take a picture with a shrimp over his winky and says, "I had to fake moan." Okay, so he didn't stop there, y'all. He said, "Be talking all this money S before me. 304 was shopping in Rainbow, wearing 10 outfits, wearing free wigs and S." Then he says, "You popping all these gangsta S on baddies, getting folded in your clothes." Ooh, child, I had to take a breather to laugh because that made me cackle. So he pretty much said, "You popping all these gang S word on baddies getting folded in your clothes." And windmilling had me calling Lemmy every day, telling him to break up your fights faster. B word know who was her real protection. And then, ooh. So he pretty much said she was on that Coca-Cola and then called her a 304 talking about I'm losing weight. B word gaining it, sipping all. Oh my goodness. So he said that instead of her losing that weight, she was gaining the weight because of all of the cough syrup that she was drinking and the things that she was popping in her mouth. And then he said, B word, big as a house. Now the 304 Ozempic shots. So these were some messages between him and Stunna Girl. He says to her, get up, pack. I'm running around exhausted, getting out production team together. She then says, call me, moan on the phone. I need some pretty much perk 10. I just popped up perk 10. Then she says, I'm on my last one. He pretty much says, on the way. And he pretty much calls her a little fiend. After all this happens, Stunna Girl pretty much gets on live again to pretty much drag her estranged husband. And she pretty much says, like, you know, you need to go change your dookie bag. And then she also tells him that, you know, he was jealous of her and that he never really had her back. And then she also says that, like, the day that, you know, she did get powed, he took off running and left her pretty much for to be unalive. So she was just pretty much repeating the same things that she repeated before, saying how he's broke and how he really ain't got no money, which we kind of already knew that because we really didn't used to see him doing anything but running behind Stunna. I think the only person that did not know he really didn't have no money was Stunna because she was the one supporting him. But anyway, child, here's my thoughts. This whole situation is just chaotic and crazy. I truly hate to see people go this low. Like, yes, it was kind of funny because of everything they were saying back and forth to each other. But at the same time, Stunna, this is what ended up happening to you because of everything that you're going through and the lifestyle that you're living. I have to just immediately just talk to Stunna first. So first, let me just say this. Stunna is a very beautiful girl, and I feel like she does have talent when it comes to the music game. If she didn't have talent, she wouldn't be able to survive as long as she has been with doing music. I just feel like, honestly, Stunna lives a very weird lifestyle where she's still trying to hold on to her hood aesthetic while trying to have money, and those two never really usually mesh well with one another. So I feel like she really needs to just cut off a lot of people. Like, cut off the hood part of Stunna and just really build a lifestyle of you really just trying to explain who you are as a person and really just focus on your music career. And I feel like a lot of the time Stunna needs to really realize that not everybody deserves a response. I feel like once she realized that her estranged husband did her the way that he did her and pretty much left her to be unalive, she should have just used that moment to say, you know what? I'm not going to give him any more of my energy. I'm just going to move forward, continue to work on my music. And I did look on her page and see that she's now trying to create her own network and her own little like reality TV show. Put all your focus into that, girl. Because honestly and truthfully speaking, talking about him and his health issues and whatever he's got going on with his body, that's not going to do anything but make you lose out on whatever's meant for you in the future. And truthfully, the same goes to him, but I really don't know what it is that he wants to do in his life. I think that as of right now, he really just needs to focus on his health. If that really is something that is affecting him and his day to day, to actually make some things work for him and his future ahead. Because right now, him trying to equally get on the same level plane as Stunna and, you know, take jabs at her and, you know, have her take jabs at him, that's just too much. At the end of the day, too, Stunna actually really does have an actual career. He's really just, you know, taking all of this information and using it to build his clout because really he does not have anything after him and Stunna are completely over. But that's my opinion. What's yours?